What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Crypto Grind channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at a low cap coin which I think has some potential for the long run. It's called Wadzpay. It's basically a payment system very similar to your Apple Pay and your Google Pay, except you're going to be able to pay in fiat, cryptocurrency, and CBDCs. Before we talk a little bit more about it, remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification so you know when another video like this goes live, and also watch the video all the way to the end because that's the best way to support a YouTube channel. Jumping into a bit of a deeper dive of this coin, I did say at the beginning that you would be able to pay for everything like you would with an Apple Pay or a Google Pay, but there is a little bit more to Wadzpay as well. They're also able to integrate very easily with a checkout cart like you would pay for anything on an Amazon, for example, and it's also very easy for them to integrate on the merchant side, so there's not a lot of expenses that the merchants would need to be able to make themselves or set themselves up rather to be able to accept Wadzpay payments, which I think is fantastic because it's easier access for anybody who does want to start getting into that crypto market and making use of crypto payments and accepting them, which I think is great. So if we have a look at the acceptance over here, it's just a couple of features that I do think are really nice to point out. Payment and refunds via payment link or QR code. So here's a look at the app itself where you'll be able to use your QR code and pay for things. Fund settlement in preferred currency, transaction validation, tracking, and reconciliation. So that's something that Wadzpay offers in the back end where they're giving merchants the opportunity for validation, tracking, and reconciliation, which is a lot better for people who are not great with their accounting and that sort of thing. Easy integration with merchants' existing payment channels, point of sale terminals, e-commerce websites, mobile apps, and payment gateways. So again, they've got APIs and that sort of thing, and they've also got some easy integration for the point of sale terminals where they would plug it in and you'd be able to use your Wads payment and they would then be able to accept anything. What another great thing about Wadzpay as well is that it's got a bridge which uses Ethereum, XDC, Binance Smart Chain, and the Algorand network. XDC and Algorand are two of their bigger partners for obvious reasons, fast transactions, seriously secure, and with Algorand and XDC being ISO 222 compatible as well, compliant, that's another reason why I think they've chosen to partner with them. And another partner that I do think is possibly coming in the future is XRP. Nothing confirmed, that's just a personal opinion because XRP has the bank-to-bank feature, and that is something that obviously Wadzpay are targeting with their CBDC functionality that is going to be coming in. If we take a look at their projects, some ones that have gone live already, there are other ones that they are working on. So one of the interesting ones here, Daffabet, pretty big betting company worldwide, which they are being able or helping with digital currency acceptance. So you could place a bet using Ethereum or XDC, Algorand, or anything that are based on those chains. Over here, we do have the e-commerce cards that I was talking about where you would pay for your product on the e-commerce sites and then select pay through Wadzpay. Anybody who does use these as their checkout cards on their websites would then obviously allow Wadzpay as a method of payment. You would then decide to pay through fiat currency or any of the cryptocurrencies that you have loaded up on your digital wallet or a CBDC when those are available. So that's pretty positive that they have quite a few of these on board. Obviously, we're not limited to just these cards on websites, but this is a good start. They have an NFT project that is going to go live in the future, so you can pick up some NFTs, so that's pretty cool. And then big one here, Algorand, where they have said that they're going to be using Algorand for CBDCs, bank remittances, real-time point of sale payments, loyalties, and more. And if we jump to this article, where they did mention Algorand themselves when they partnered with them, that they selected Algorand because they're going to use multiple proof of concept stage projects that they will utilize Algorand for, including Asian Africa-based CBDCs. I do think that Algorand isn't the only one that they're going to partner with. XRP, massive when it comes to CBDCs between banking institutions. So I think XRP is a potential partner for Wadzpay in the future. Wadzpay has identified Algorand as a partner for the applications that are developed due to the network's leading transaction speeds, near instant finality, and unrivaled stability attributes, which are vital for seamless payments. So really, really positive for Algorand if you hold Algorand as well. That's something that's pretty cool. You'll probably be able to get some sort of benefit for holding Algorand and loading it up onto the digital wallet when they are live. Looking at the NDA projects that they can't mention for reasons for legal wise. Country CBDC projects, we know that they're going to be using the Algorand blockchain for that. Middle Eastern retailers, they've got cross-border travel issuance and acceptance program at 600,000 merchants in the Middle East. This is a pretty big project for them. So I think if this goes live and goes well, then it's great. It is a proof of concept at the moment, but I think that's just a start. Cross-border CBDC acceptance and blockchain-based loyalty programs. So these are the projects that I do think are pretty good and make the coin or give it a bullish stance. And I think for the future, there are some good prices that we will see for it. If we take a look at the project team for Wadzpay, there's founder and chief executive officer, ex-MasterCard. So he has a big understanding of what the payment industry is all about and how big it can actually be. Some of their other senior executives and managers are ex-Swift, ex-Ripple employees. So there's, again, big understanding of the banking systems, how everything works, and the digital payments as well. Things that I find are very bullish for these sort of coins are people who understand what is required to make these projects work. That you're not going to have a problem with these teams. And the amount of experience that they bring in, if you go all the way down, it's huge. It's really big experience. And you can even check them out on LinkedIn. This is another box that gets checked for me when it comes to any project that I am interested in. A project team that you can rely on, people who have an understanding of what's going to make it work. Moving on to the tokenomics of the coin. I have a supply, I have 250 million. It's not 100% correct. CoinMarketCap hasn't updated this for a long time, but there is actually a supply of 1 billion coins. It sounds like a lot, but don't freak out just yet, because 1 billion coins is also the supply of Polkadot, one of the biggest tokens that is out on the market, and a coin that went to $40 in the last bull run. I'm not saying that this is going to go to $40, but it gives you the sort of confidence that even if we can possibly hit a $2 mark from this. Market cap is sitting at $20 million, sorry, if you look at multiplying this by 4, putting in the 1 billion, which is the actual supply. So $20 million is such a low market cap itself. It can easily hit $2. So you get involved now, you can get 100x back at $2. Even if it hits $1 from here, you've made some really good returns. So from that point of view, no oversupply. There is a maximum supply as well, so they're not going to keep minting coins to keep the price low. Another thing that sort of checks one of the boxes that I have a look at when I look at these low cap gems to see if it's a sort of rug pull, if there's a max supply and so on. Markets, not too many places where you can actually pick the coin up right now. Bitrue, Bitmart, two of the more popular ones that I know that where you can get it. If you do trade over there, fantastic, easy for you to pick it up. There are going to be some tier 1 exchanges listing this in the very near future. Your Binances, your KuCoins, your CoinMarketCap, Coinbase, Kraken, and so on. So it is going to grow. It is going to be easier to get, but if you do trade in these places, go for it. I don't think that there's too much of a downside for picking up this coin at the moment. I can see a lot of upsides. But remember, this is not financial advice. You have to do your own research when it does come to this coin. Taking a look at their social media, another thing that I also suggest anybody does when they are researching a project. And that we can see that they are pretty active when it comes to their social media. They post multiple times a day. They don't have too many followers, only 14,000. So we can see again, it's a very new and young project. Not a lot of people have heard about this, but that's pretty good for people who right now are watching this video, considering about low cap coins that would have good returns in the future. This is one of them. Not a lot of people are talking about it, but people like you who have watched the video all the way through, you have a big advantage. Here they've actually put on yesterday that they're going to be listing on an exchange called Exchange. I haven't heard of this one, but it is just another way that they are getting themselves out there, making it more accessible for everybody. They do post all the time about what they've been up to. One thing that I did pick up on their Twitter is a post from them where they mentioned that they were at Cybos, which is a networking event for financial institutions arranged by Swift, one of the biggest financial institutions in the world when it comes to settlements of payments. They were there showing off their product and how they can actually be used in the metaverse. Just another utility for this coin, something more that should make you a little bit more bullish about where the future of this coin lies. So all in all, I think it checks every single box. Social media, they're active, great team, good utility. I don't own this coin personally. I'm going to be putting it on my watch list, not something that I'm going to pick up straight away. But anybody else out there who does think that this is the coin for you, go for it. Thank you so much for watching. If you do want to see any more news about Wadzpay or any other gems that I do pick up, follow me on Twitter. I do post there fairly regularly about things that I see. So check it out. And again, I'll see you in the next one.